In just one day, the house where 4 University of Idaho students were brutally stabbed to death last November will be demolished. The house, what one of the victims' parents says is, quote, one of the most critical pieces of evidence in the case. The University of Idaho is moving forward with the demolition of the King Road house in Moscow tomorrow. The owner, who was renting out the home to the students at the time of their murders, gave it to the university in the spring. The demolition was scheduled for this week while school is out of session. U of I says they expect the demo to take just a few days.
The area where the house is located is very dense with students, and we wanted to do it at a time when they wouldn't have to be there to be a part of that. And so that fell to the winter break, making the most sense.
The university says they are demoing the house to try to help the community continue to heal from those brutal murders. U of I President Scott Green said, quote, we know that every action and decision around this horrific incident is painful and invokes emotions. That's why every decision we have made thus far is with the families of the victims and our students in mind, end quote. However, Ann Taylor, an attorney for primary suspect Brian Kohberger, filed a motion all the way back in January pausing the demolition in order to preserve the crime scene as evidence, but that pause has since been lifted. Additionally, the families of 3 of the victims have vocalized concerns and their desire to preserve the house until the case is fully resolved. The family of Kaylee Gonsalves, one of the victims, said in part, quote, that has been our question to the prosecution and the University of Idaho for the entire time the demo of the King Road house has been an issue. This is one of the most horrific crimes in the history of Idaho, and the University of Idaho wants to destroy one of the most critical pieces of evidence in the case, end quote. They go on to say that the fact that the demolition is scheduled to happen before Kohberger's trial date is even set speaks volumes. Brian Kohberger still sits in a Latah County jail, charged for the murders of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves. You can read more on this story right now at ktvb.com.